Welcome back. It's a great summer read and available all around the Lowcountry at shops like the Charleston Children's Boutique. Here to tell us all about her children's series is Christi Sanford. Good to see you, Christi.
Thank you very much for having me.
Who'd you bring with you today?
I have Legree the Lowcountry Lizard and his various adventures to talk with you about today.
And you've got a very interesting story about how Legree came to be.
Well, I was looking for a gift for a 2-year-old boy, and he visits down here but lived in New York City, and I was trying to find him something from Charleston that was sort of a signature Charleston children's gift. And I couldn't find anything I liked, and so I thought, well, I'm going to come up with something.
So you didn't send him shrimp and grits in an envelope?
Well, I thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about baskets and whatnot. Lots of grown-up Charleston gifts.
Right.
But there was nothing really good for a little kid.
Yeah.
So I thought as a mom, you always like books. As grandmoms, you always like books. You can never give or have too many. So I sat down and started writing the first one.
And you have 3 now. There's a trilogy.
There's a trilogy, absolutely. And then Legree himself.
So walk us through the first 2. What were they about?
The first one is it's sort of the sweetest of the trilogy, and he finds a sand dollar in his garden, and he takes it out to the beach to put it back in the ocean where it should go.
Oh, cool.
And then the second one, I don't know if you can see, the second one is his sturdy new tail. So many kids told me about their tails being pulled off of these lizards.
Yeah, because you speak at a lot of schools, so and I know I speak at schools too. Those kids come up with some wild questions.
Oh yes, everything and anything.
And they said, what about when the lizard's tail comes off?
They lose their tails.
So you wrote another book.
So the second book is about him losing his tail, but they all have good messages. He tries to figure out what to do about his tail, and his friends can't help him, but they end up saying, you don't need your tail to be our friend Legree.
Aww.
And then he grows it back, of course.
Now, does Legree actually have a detachable tail?
No, I thought moms probably wouldn't like me very much if the tails came off and you lost them. So his tail's attached.
And now you've just written a 3rd book, and I like the 3rd one. I'm going to have to read it myself here quickly because it's about hurricanes.
It is right up your alley. His 3rd book is called The Big Storm, and it's very appropriate for this time of year. And I wanted, all the books have Lowcountry themes and Lowcountry ideas and characters, and obviously hurricanes are something we have to deal with.
Definitely.
But I needed something, my audience is 0 to 8 years old.
Okay.
So it's written for little kids.
And you don't want to freak them out.
You don't want to be
scared. You can't get too
scared.
scientific with them.
Exactly. But I wanted a good lesson that
Right.
moms would like and the kids would like and you could learn from.
One thing I like about it too is right here at the bottom of the page, it's kind of tough to see, but it's got a little message mainly for the parents so they can learn about hurricanes.
Or as the kids get older, all the books have a rhyming story, but at the bottom of the pages it tells you real information about the Lowcountry, about hurricanes, about his name Legree, where it comes from. So that either the parents as they're reading it or as the children get a little older, they can learn about our area. That's why it's especially good for maybe kids who visit here or are going to visit here, who have a family member here. They can learn about the Lowcountry as they read them.
And Christi, this time of the year, a lot of teachers watch our show because they're off for the summer, and you do a lot of talking at schools, don't you?
I love going to schools and talking. I love talking to kids because, like you said, they'll say anything,
Yeah,
and a lot of times they don't realize that authors are real people, and it's so fun to go in and kind of shock them sometimes because you're a real person.
My favorite was a kid said to me one time, could you turn around so I can see the circuits in the back?
Right.
He thought it was a robot.
You're on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So it's a lot of fun. So I definitely want teachers to know, please call me or email me, and I love coming out and reading and talking about the Lowcountry and how to write a book. And
Definitely. And real quick, some of the places around town where your books are available.
Well, Charleston Children's Boutique, but also places downtown, Historic Charleston, Preservation Society, over at Southern Bells, Walden Books, Barnes & Noble, Amazon.com.
Just about anywhere.
Lots of places,
and
absolutely.
They make great gifts, like you said. That's the whole reason for the series.
That was their purpose, so I hope so.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much, Christi, and I can't wait to see what Legree does next.
No hurricanes this year, though.
Oh, we'll have to appeal to a higher power there. All right. Well, thanks, Christi.
Thank you.
You'll want to keep it here because we've got a cute little pet. There he is. His name's Smokey. He needs a home. We'll talk to him and Katie Maley in just a moment.